Hello Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Taurus, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking towards this direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Taurus, let's get started. We're going to go over the overall energy for this connection first, and then we'll pull some tarot. What's the overall energy for this connection? So we do have codependency. Okay. Addictions could be affecting your romantic life. Could be dealing with an earth sign strongly. So a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn doesn't necessarily have to be the case though. But you could have somebody that's very codependent off of you. This could also basically describe like a very toxic and unhealthy relationship, Taurus. But we'll see. We'll see why you're getting this card and how it resonates with your reading for today. But let's focus on you first, and then we'll jump over to your person. How does Taurus currently view this relationship? All right, so let's see. We have the, we have the Eight of Wands. We got the Six of Pentacles, and then we also have the, This person that you're currently dealing with, Taurus, is very different from this person that you were dealing with prior to meeting this person that you currently find yourself connecting with now, is basically what I'm getting. I just kind of feel like in this previous relationship that you were a part of, you couldn't really rely on that person or depend on that person. Maybe that person was very codependent off of you. That's a possibility, but you now find yourself connecting with somebody who pours just as much into you as you pour, into them, is basically what I'm getting. It just looks like a very equal give and take relationship. I don't feel like you're doing more than them, and I don't feel like they're doing more than you're doing. It kind of looks like a very balanced and equal give and take relationship, which is very different from this previous relationship that you were a part of. I can't emphasize this enough. I just kind of feel like you couldn't really rely on this person or depend on this person for absolutely anything. A lot of you could have felt like this person's like, a lot of you could have felt like you were in like a parent-child-like dynamic with this person from your past. You know, a lot of you may have felt like you had to really baby them and, you know, tell them what to do. And I don't know, maybe you were dealing with somebody who's like very, very immature, for their age. That's a possibility. But how does this person currently view this relationship with Taurus? We have the... Interesting. This person is still in love with you. This person is still in love with you, and they feel pretty confident that it's only a matter of... Okay, let's roll with it. This person feels like it's only a matter of time before you come running back to them. Okay. Okay, well, I don't feel like you're going to run back to them, but they feel pretty confident that it's only a matter of time before you realize that you basically messed up. Okay, how does Taurus currently feel? Okay. Okay. All right. Taurus, let's talk. I feel like this person's about to resurface back up here for you, because now I'm getting an overall energy of somebody else within your energy field, but it's not the person that you currently find yourself connecting with. It's this person that you used to deal with. With the King of Wands coming out here, that's kind of telling me that you were dealing with the King of Wands like energy. The person that's in the Strength card is basically the Empress. Okay, so this makes a lot of sense. It kind of looks like in this previous relationship, you were the one pulling, the weight. Like I said, you couldn't rely on them. You couldn't depend on them. I'm also getting an overall energy of you looking at this individual like they were very, very immature, very, very irresponsible. Like I said, you just couldn't really rely or depend on this person for absolutely anything. You're just so glad that you found somebody that you actually can rely on and depend on. But with the Hermit to the Ten of Wands coming out here, even though I do see you more than likely receiving communication from this person, I don't necessarily feel like they're going to get a response from you. I'm also getting like an energy of you holding back on what you really, really want to say to this person and or communicate to them, which could have a lot to do with the way that this person as well as this relationship made you feel. It made you feel like you can't rely on them. It made you feel like you can't really build towards anything with them. It made you feel Like you had to constantly baby them and, you know, tell them what to do because they didn't know what to do. You know, I don't know, like I just kind of feel like this is somebody that you just simply couldn't build with, you know what I mean? Or create or establish a life with. You know, instead of this person coming into your life and making your life easier, they made it extra hard for you is basically what I'm getting. Kind of looks like your life was kind of a little challenging and difficult. But I feel like the moment they walked up in it, it just made your life even harder than what it already was. How does this person currently feel? We have the Queen of Swords to the Ace of Pentacles, and then we also have the Chariot out here. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Justice card to the Two of Cups. Yeah, okay. This person's resurfacing back up here for you. They are. They're resurfacing back up here for you. You know, there is like an overall energy of them expressing gratitude in your direction. I am definitely getting that. So they are resurfacing back up here for you, and they're expressing a boatload of gratitude. Well, I just want to thank you, Taurus, because, you know, you really were there for me, and I really do appreciate you and everything that you've done, you know, for me. And, you know, I just wish you would give me another chance. And, you know, I just don't know why, you know. I just don't know why you know, you left me, you know, I just don't know why, you know, you don't want anything to do with me. You know, I don't know why I'm getting that this person is completely and utterly in the dark as to why this relationship between the two of you even came to an end. Yeah, they come off to me as somebody who's like completely and utterly in the dark when it comes down to why you ended things with them, which could definitely explain what I'm seeing here for you. You know, maybe you didn't tell this person, maybe you didn't tell this person that you can't rely on them, that you can't depend on them, that you can't, you know, build, you know, towards a life, you know, with them. You know, maybe you didn't really express to this person, like, how you really felt about them and your relationship with them. You know, that's a possibility because they come off to me as somebody who's in the dark. I don't even know why Taurus left me. You know, I thought that they loved me. I thought that they cared about me. And I don't know why they left me. I don't know what I did to them, you know. I think it's safe to say that you quickly realize that this person just simply wasn't for you. You know what I mean? What actions will Taurus take towards this person or moving forward? We have the Ace of Swords, we got the Knight of Cups, and then we also have the Five of Wands. Ooh. Ooh. I just feel like this person just keeps like bugging you. I am getting that. They just keep bugging you and bothering you. I am definitely getting that. It's like they just want to know why. Like, why did you stop talking to me? Like, why did you break up with me? Like, I just want to know why. Why did you do this to me, Taurus? Why did you do this to me? Oh, I feel like you gonna tell them. I am getting that. You're definitely gonna tell them the real reason why you ended things with them. Let's see how they take it. Let's see how they take it. How does, I mean, what actions, I'm sorry, will this person take towards Taurus? Whatever you're about to communicate to this person is going to definitely put this person in their feels. Unfortunately for them, I am definitely getting whatever it is that you plan on communicating to them. It's going to cause them to feel like a quote-unquote loser. I'm not saying that this person is a loser, but you're going to make them feel like a loser. You're going to make them feel like they're not good enough. And I feel like it's just because of everything that you're communicating to them, unfortunately. You know, I feel like, yeah, I just... With the Empress to the King of Wands, because you are showing up as an Empress, and then we do have the King of Wands here describing them and their energy. You know, the Empress always ends up feeling this way. You know what I mean? When they get involved with a King of Wands. They always end up feeling, you know, like that person just isn't doing enough, isn't showing up in the ways that they need them to essentially show up. And I just feel like over time that really started to kind of like bother you, because at the end of the day, you want somebody who can bring just as much to the table as you can. You want an equal and fair relationship, and it kind of looks like your relationship with this person wasn't fair by any means. You know, you found yourself having to baby them, having to take care of them, pay for this, pay for that, you know what I mean? And I feel like over time, you just kind of got to that point where you just couldn't take it anymore. At the end of the day, you want somebody who can show up for you in the same ways you can show up for another person. And it kind of looks like they couldn't show up for you in the ways that you were showing up in this relationship. You know what I mean? But I do see you expressing all of that to them. And you're not expressing all of this to them with the intentions of hurting their feelings. You're just being honest with them. Even though you know that it's going to rub them the wrong way and it might even upset them and or hurt their feelings. You're just being honest with them. And the only reason why you're even doing all this to begin with is because they keep asking you, but why? Just tell me why. Why did you do this? Why? Just tell me why. Just tell me why. It kind of looks like at first you were just ignoring it, you know, and just not responding back. But now it's like they're really like, yo, like, just tell me why. Why did you stop talking to me? I just want to know. And this is when, you know, I feel like you're going to be open and honest with them and just tell them straight up. It is going to make them feel like a loser. It is going to make them feel very inadequate and less than. I am definitely getting that, but I don't feel like you're doing all this with the intentions of making them feel like a loser or anything like that. You know, especially with the Knight of Cups coming out here to the Ace of Swords, like, I don't feel like you're being rude at all. I just kind of feel like you're expressing yourself. You know, you're telling this person, hey, like, I just, you know, I feel like I can't really, I could have, yeah, I am getting that. A lot of you are going to find yourself, you know, telling this person like, hey, I just kind of feel like I couldn't really rely on you or, you know, depend on you. You know, I don't see you being rude about it, but I am definitely getting that, you know, it's going to make them feel some type of way. You know, I am definitely getting that, but you're not being rude or anything. I'm not getting that. You're not being rude. You're just being honest. You're giving them what they want, which is answers. And I just kind of feel like, unfortunately for them, it's gonna make them feel, you know what I mean, like they're not good enough for you, and they're never gonna be good enough for you, and it's gonna cause them to feel like, unfortunately, like a loser. And I hate that they feel that way, you know. I really do hate that they feel that way, but I am definitely getting that that's how this conversation is going to essentially make this person feel, unfortunately. Okay, so that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped, hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.